Hey guys, Nitro here, and this is kind of an announcement slash how-to video. I recently just made my new montage. It's an OCD for a clan. It's up on their channel. So if you click anywhere on the screen right now, you'll be able to go see that video, which I suggest you do because this is going to be a video on how I made that video. So if you click right over there, this is just a way I thought of doing it where I could tell you guys that I made a new montage and maybe just show you how I made it. Because I don't want to be making announcing videos every once in a while. But if you prefer that, please tell me down in the comments and I'll do that instead. But yeah, like I said before, go ahead and click anywhere on the screen if you want to see the montage first. And go ahead and do that. But if not, then welcome to the part of the video where I'm going to show you how I made the montage. So yeah, we got our basic program right here. The what was it called? Vegas Movie Studio Program. I got this program a long time ago. I think I got it for around $60, so it's a cheaper program. And so yeah, it's actually not. It's like one step below Sony Vegas Pro, and Pro is a lot more expensive, so I didn't get that one. And so yeah, that was the idea behind that. But yeah, I made this montage in 3 stages, just because that's kind of how I do things. And I'll show you how it went. So here we have the first part of the montage, where what I usually like to do is just like line up the video entirely. So if we play this around here, I'll turn this down. So yeah, basically what I like to do first here is like line up the shots, the music, and little text part here. I'll explain that in a minute, but yeah, the first part of what I do here is I line up all the like slow down, the startup. Like if we look closer here, you can see like the slow down, the speed up, the slow down again. Which by the way, props to the guy who gave me this, because this is like super fancy video, because not only is it in like 720p positive stuff and cool. Oh, it's only 30 frames. Maybe that's what it was bad. But anyway, it's in 120 frames per second. Not kidding. Like I was like, oh, thank you, cause that's just so good. There's so many frames to work with, and it's just epic like that. So if you ever record or do anything, tip for you people, if you ever do, record in as high as frame rate as you can do, because it's just great when the editor can have as many frames as that. So yeah, as I explained here, let's see, where should I start? Cinematics, I should give credit to those. Cinematics are provided by I'm God Music, something like that. He does free cinematics, and so yeah, I'll leave a link if you click anywhere on the screen. There's a link to his channel, and yeah, I thank him very dearly. He helped me a lot getting started here, and yeah, I owe him a lot. So yeah, I use his cinematics just because I'm not too good at cinematics myself, so I usually use other people's. That's why they usually look so good. Oh, hello, person. But yeah, oh, where should I begin? This is gonna be a long video, I feel like. But yeah, it's okay. We can continue anyway. So where should I start? Right here. So this text is easy to do, I guess. I guess this is actually going to be more of a maybe show you what it is. So this text right here, this would be drop split. Drop split if we go up here and down. This is drop split. It's just a handy thing that looks pretty spiffy, and it's just in a different font, which I don't have many, but I found there's a couple of good fonts that I use, and this is one of them. It's actually pretty laggy at first, just because, oh, it's actually handling it pretty well here, but it used to not handle it too well. But anyway, and then we just have our next one here. Yeah, because usually what I like to do is start with Nitro Presents, then whoever, and then what montage or whatever, and this is an OCD. So yeah, it started very simple. I don't know why, but I'm finding a hard time like explaining these things. But I'll do my best to do. So yeah, how about I just move to the font here. So this is actually a little tricky. So what I actually started up doing is, I hope it's in here. I believe it is. I actually, like, here's the font for the things first here, if you can see them. I don't know if you can that well. I could zoom in here. But yeah, basically, I found out you can make the font, so really this is just a steady image, and the words are just plastered right there, very still. And I have one that fades up here, and the other one spins in. These are all very simple, like, things that are pre-decided in here. Like, let's see, where is it? Go to the bottom here. There's this. I think it was slide up. I use that one. Then there's twist in here. Those are to use it. I just changed the font to make it look more like that. And these are just fun camera angles I did. And yeah, so I actually had to render this twice. This little part here, just so that the words would stay completely still. Like the little rock motion you see right here, I added that myself. Like if we, I don't know if I can take it all away, but actually I could, just to show you here. Hopefully I can undo this, but I already made the montage, so it doesn't matter. So if you take it away, then yeah, it's just a still little motion thing. This is what I started off with, just to make sure that the letters wouldn't move. So yeah, very simple. Just starts off like that. And then I added in, if we can undo here. Oh, cool, we can. I added in, firstly, the zoom in from each letter as it got more musical. I like to use lots of musical cues. I'm sure you've all noticed this, but I'm very musical with my montages, so they're all very much so in sync, and any little detail that the song gives I usually put in there. So right when she starts saying every little, that's the part. And yeah, so firstly, yeah, it's the zoom in here, and then it zooms to the next one, and then I just added these little shakers here. They're actually very simple. Like, I'll zoom in this area right now. All I did was go in between every frame or so, and then just a simple pattern of up, over, and then move to the next frame, and then it was down, over, move to the next frame, down, right, and then up, right. Just repeated that, either more or less to make it more shaky or less shaky. So this was a very nice one. And you may notice these little black lines up here. I'll show you how I fix those eventually. But that's how I did the motion shake for that scene. And then here is just where I linked up all the audio just to where I wanted it. All the stuns, all the freezes to match up with the song. A couple targets, couple just green screen things. The way I find these, by the way, is I just look them up online. And if we take off, these are a color keeler, and what that basically is, it's a green screen remover. So if we take this away, oh, that's kind of weird. Oh, it's because it's black and white. But if we take all that away, this shows that, oh, we had to take this away, sorry I swelled. But if you take that all away, this is basically just what it looks like. And then if we add the color keeler, and then the flash, I don't even know what half these things do. I think this, oh yeah, it makes it white instead here. And the reason I did that is because the black, from my point of view, wasn't standing out. So I added these couple features to make it to, yeah. So it was originally black here, which didn't stand out too much. So I usually like to make them white, just so they stand out more. And that was the idea behind that. But then we moved to here, and yeah, these are all like simple crop things. All you gotta do is go over to here to track motion, and you can just simply adjust where the image is, practically just frame by frame of where this guy is. If you look, I just carefully, whenever the guy moved a little bit, I tried to keep it as centered as possible. And since you only see it for a couple seconds, you can't really tell that it's not super accurate, but it's pretty close, so it looks fine. And the idea with over here was where this was kind of just following the clip. This wasn't actually, I wasn't really that committed, I'll just say, with this one, just because, as you see, it's not perfectly lined up as it probably should be. But I just thought it looked better and was kind of lazy at the time. And I just left it like that. And then, so yeah, then we have these two cuts just to follow with the music, which is usually like I do. And then we add another target right here, also found online. I just looked on YouTube, green screen targets. It's that easy to find all of these effects. Anything green screen, like you can just add simple like that. Like there's gun bullets, there's lots of stuff you can do. But yeah. And then we did darkness, and here's the text for thanks for watching. So yeah, this was the first part off here, but obviously I wasn't happy about that, and I usually do these in stages. So we're going to move on to the next part. That's actually not saved, because I'm probably messed something up. And then we go to the 2.0 version. That sounds kind of weird. Where we added the intro. That was kind of more last thing. I was not too quiet actually. Probably might be. Yeah, then we added, cause these words were lagging before. This was also nice, just cause this is a lot more smoother now. Where before it was more choppy. I don't know why it wasn't here, but it was before, and it's just a lot more choppy. But here it's all smooth again. And I usually just cut the scenes where they are. So once again, these are cut just right as the cinematics. And I add the zoom crop things here. These are actually very, very simple. I just have just like one crop thing here. So anything cinematic, I have gone to this cinematic SID zoom, which is basically not quite as zoomful as the clip zoom. Which clip zoom basically means any clip has this amount of zoom, and the SID has a little bit more zoom, so it looks just more theater, more professional. But yeah, if you just add little zooms like this, it just makes your video look a lot better. And then obviously we switched here from SID to clip, and it just looks natural like that, I guess. And I did kind of cheat this here, just because I was going to have SID zoom on here, so it would match up with this. Although, when I did that, it blocked out my username right here, which I wanted to keep in because I wanted people to find me when they were on the other clan channel. If they did. Although, they probably don't use it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But, just for the sakes of looking good, I did it here, and then just had it panned slightly over and zoomed in, so it looked kind of cool like that. So yeah, and then we moved over to here. And see, what else did we add? Oh, right, we added zooms, we added static, so it was more like kind of gritty, you could say. Because if you hear the Z, that's kind of weird, but you know, that's just how I felt with it. And I just like the feel and how the static went. It's just a lot of fun. Literally. But yeah, you got the same text. I just add these grains. These are grains, just right from. Go right over to our project media. No, it's video effects. What am I talking about? And it's just add noise right here. And they're just a couple different. They're a little bit different each time. And I have each like tone kind of set to a different stage. So if you hear the same sound twice, it's going to be the same effect. So like right here per se. Remember that sound. And it's going to be right here too. Right there. That was a little late, but yeah. So the same sounds were kind of lined up with that. And then here I added some dramatic zooms, which I can show you. Like these simple zooms just really make your video look a lot better as well, since I'm talking in a video format. Where if we zoom in here and move back over, I don't know quite where it is because I added shakes here, so it's hard to really look from the zoom. But once again, these are just in the other simple shape of the up right, down right, down right. These are just little zooms, but when you add a whole bunch of of them together looks really smooth and really just nice, sleek, and you know, all the cool stuff. But the reason I did it a third time is, if you notice, as to do the little zoom thing, sometimes it gets out of the box and there's this little black stuff. So what I had to do, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I added here. Just, yeah, anyway, I'll just finish up here quickly. There's just a bunch of little zooms, shaky cam, and noise, little crop stuff, little zoomy stuff. But yeah, basically that's it for 2.0. So we'll get rid of that and not save it. Because I should probably just delete them anyway. I still have like all my old saves from all my old montages. But yeah, if we move on to 3.0 now, a couple other things added, like the whiteness. This I actually wasn't originally going to do, but as I listened to it more, I realized that I can add them. And it just added a lot more. So these are just white partitions that you put on. And they're zoomed in. So that this way, so originally, let me just say that they're like this. They're full screen. Yeah, it's kind of weird now, but they're like that. But if you notice, it makes the black bar like gray. So in order to fix that, I did the exact zoom. So this is SID zoom. Really, you should be saving these, because then you can do it like completely accurate, not just by eye. Because by eye isn't always completely accurate. But yeah, this way it just makes the zoom stay in the video instead of leaking out to the black part here, basically just making it look a lot better. And I did a lot of that. So all those little beats that you, sorry, I forgot to turn this down again. But yeah, all those little beats you hear, whoa, now there's like no sound. But yeah. That's also what I added. There was something else I was getting to too. Oh yeah. So now you notice with the little shakes, I zoomed in the entire montage just ever so slightly here on all of these across the way, so that there wouldn't be the little black lines, as you remember me talking about before. So as the camera shaked before, it was leaking out the black lines, and this fixed the problem. Just zoomed in a little bit and fixed that problem completely. And then you have your final product. Lots of zoomies, lots of cutties, all that other fun stuff. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry if I didn't talk too much. This is my first kind of thing here, showing you the episode. Tell me, you guys, if you like this more than me just announcing it. And like and comment if you want me to do more of these, because I quite enjoyed actually showing you guys how I made it, and I can show you guys more tips and tricks for editing. Even though I'm not the best editor, I'm not actually even close to being anywhere to being that good of editor, I guess, but I'm doing the best I know how to, and I'm having fun doing it, so that's really more of the important things. And so yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Nitro out.